What is up, guys? We have some more details in regards to Photon Hypernova. So I think people are opening stuff up this week, and when is it actually going to be shipping here? Because I forgot. February 10. Is that like 2 weeks from now? It should be about 2 weeks from now. Actually, hang on. So I think it's not even February 10. It's going to be like they can help. They hold OTS stores can hold tournaments a little bit earlier than that, so it's going to be a little bit earlier than that actually. So yeah, maybe about 2 weeks still though, about a week and a half. Anyways, Photon Hypernova. What the hell is going on in this set? Right? People have been bitching about it a little bit today, just because Brokey's mad essentially. Not really. See, I understand the struggle of being I'm trying to play a game and it's too expensive, right? But if the game is too expensive, maybe you just have like a money influx problem and you should worry about that instead of playing a game. That's kind of my philosophy. If you guys don't know, like I actually quit Yu-Gi-Oh when I was entering college. Actually, I think it was earlier than that. It was like late high school. And it was just because I didn't have money. Like I was stealing cards to get cards. Like, and I was just like, this is untenable. If I get caught, obviously, I'm getting older, so I'm gonna actually start facing the consequences of my actions, essentially. So I quit, focus on school, and now I make a lot of money because I graduated school and I can afford these extremely expensive cards. Because Fenrir, I think, is like $70. Long story short is, guys, it is the way it is. We gotta go play by the rules essentially. But so we got gigantic champion Sargas. I'm gonna call him Sargas, and Leviathan generator boss of shadows. Okay, I can read the other words. Just what the hell is that? It's like Leviathan, but not. Yeah, it's like Leviathan, but not. I was like, maybe it is Leviathan, and I just couldn't read it. Anyway, so what is this absolute Chad do? Holy shit! I love this artwork actually. So two plus level 8 monsters. I don't know why I was like 2 plus 8, 10 level 10 monster. Anyways, once per turn, you can also Xyz summon a gigantic champion Sargas by using one Springan's Xyz monster you control. Transfer its material to this card. While this card has materials, you can add one Springans or Therians. So this combines both the Therians and the Springans. From your deck to your hand is a searcher, so that's kind of cool. If a material is detached from a monster on the field, any monster, except during the damage step, you can target one card on the field, either destroy it or return it to the hand. Actually, that's really good. Target one card on the field, either destroy it or return it to the hand. Yeah, that's pretty cool. If it didn't target, that would be actually kind of busted. Anything that returns to hand is kind of, in a way, a little bit broken, because graveyard is like a second resource at this point. Of course, you can also remove stuff from play and whatnot, but putting stuff in the hand kind of does do a lot of, it stops a lot of stuff. So I kind of like that. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. I love it. I love this card. I don't even like the archetypes that it's associated with, like Therians I don't play. Springans are actually kind of cool. They're probably my favorite newer archetype that isn't that one archetype that I'm blanking on. Holy shit. But yeah, I'm glad we're moving away from these archetypes, though, the Albaz and all that stuff, because they're kind of boring, to be honest. That's like the only cool card that they've done. Okay, so yeah, what does this card do for generators? You can only control this one of this card. Monsters your opponent control lose 1,000 attack and defense. Quick effect, you contribute this Xyz summon card, special summon one non-fairy. Generators are fairy, huh? Xyz monster from your extra deck, then you can attach cards from your field and or graveyard to that special summon monster as material up to the number of materials this card has. Okay, that's kind of cool. So it kind of it sets you up with another generator baddie with some materials attached to it, so that's kind of decent. I don't know how generators work, so you guys let me know in the comments if that's good or bad. But oh yeah, so I saw these are actually kind of cool too. Although it's more dragons. I like this one more in particular because it's like, what the hell is this, like a Power Rangers reference here because it kind of looks like this boy. What's his name? It's either Albaz or the other guy, Aluber. No, it's not Aluber. It's not Aluber. It's Albaz. All right. Or yeah, it's 𝗦𝗦𝗣𝗏, right? Let me know. I don't know. I really, like I said, I hate this archetype just because everyone is like, oh, lore, look at the card. Like, I ain't got time for that shit, boy. All right, so Granola, the Dust Dragon, I'm gonna call him. Blazing Cartesia, the Virtuous, and then one light or dark monster. Okay, so if this card is fusion summon, you can send one level 6 or higher light or dark monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's, if a monster is special summoned by your opponent's activated monster's effect, that's complicated. Except during the damage step, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard. Special summon one dogmatic monster from your deck or one Despia monster from your extra deck. That is interesting. If a monster is special summoned by your opponent's activated monster effect. So it's kind of like, is this supposed to be a counter to a mirror match? I think that's the counter to like a mirror match for Albaz, right? Because all the Albaz cards have activated monster effects that basically fusion summon something. I think that's what they're going for. Although I don't know. I this card is kind of crap in my opinion. Other than the mirror match because it's monster, right? Like, if a monster is special summoned by your opponent's activated monster effect, it's not poly. If they use poly, you can't use that effect because it's not a monster. Although Predaplant, hey, there we go. But no, yeah, it would work against Predaplant, but my boy is banned there. 𝗦𝗦𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, the Striking Dragon. This is a dragon. Wait, hang on, what? Striking Dragon looks like a fucking machine, is a winged beast monster. Okay. Fallen of Albaz. Yeah, so it's Albaz there. And then one beast warrior, or winged beast monster. So this is Tri-Brigade stuff. One fusion, synchro, 𝗬𝗓, or slink monster. Monster's effect is activated quick effect. You can negate the effect. Oh, wow. Ooh, that's pretty good. Then you can return one monster from the field. Wait, what? Then you can return one monster from the field to the hand. It doesn't restrict it to your opponent as well. So you can kind of cheese sometimes. Like, I like effects like that because it allows you to cheese your opponent sometimes. And I like that. It gives you a lot of options there, right? During your opponent's turn, while this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you can target one Fallen of Albaz in your graveyard, special summon either that monster or this card, and banish the other. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. That's actually pretty decent. I like that it gives you the option, and I like that it basically recycles itself. Why are you gonna choose Albaz, right? Unless you have the ability to summon more. So it's kind of like, I mean, it's kind of like a win more, I guess. But if you go the Albaz route, and then I don't know. I like it though. I don't know why it's a dragon. But it's a winged beast, and it looks like a machine. I really don't know that about that. So Dogmatica, 𝗦𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗧. These are super rares, I think, unless they're commons. I don't know. I don't think they would feature commons though. So it cannot be ritual summoned except by I'm guessing it's this card, Dogmatica Matrix. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a lot harder to pronounce. Or another Dogmatica card effect. Are there monster Dogmatica cards that can ritual summon? Huh. I didn't know about that. So Dogmatic monsters you control are unaffected by the activated effects of your opponent's fusion, synchro, 𝗬𝗓, and link monsters. During the main phase, you can make your opponent choose and apply one of these effects. Yeah, you and these effects means the opponent. Oh, okay. Okay. For every 2 cards in your extra deck, send one. You can make your opponent choose and apply one of these effects. You and these effects means that opponent. So your opponent can make your opponent choose. You can make your opponent choose. Okay, now this is kind of confusing me, but I think basically it's gonna be your opponent's gonna he's gonna make you choose one of these 2 effects, but they're gonna apply to him, I think, right? So for every 2 cards in your extra deck, send 1 card from your hand. What? For every 2 cards in your extra deck, send one card from your hand or extra deck to the graveyard. So your opponent, for every 2 cards they have to send 1 card from their hand or extra deck to the graveyard. That ruins their hand or extra deck. That can't be right, right? That can't be. That's busted. Unless the U is confusing me. That's really broken. And if it's the other way that I'm thinking of, where it's you as the card holder activating this, then it greatly it's just a bad card to play. So I'm assuming it is the broken, it is a broken, like I'm assuming, because why would they print it otherwise, right? Return all fusion, synchro, exceeds, and link monsters you control to the extra deck. Return all fusion, synchro, exceeds, and link monsters you control to the. I'm just rereading it because this effect is kind of screwy. I think you would go with them more often than not, especially in your first turn, because is it activated during your main phase? You can make your opponent choose. Oh man, that's actually really tough. For every 2 cards in your extra deck, send 1 card from your hand or extra deck to the graveyard. Bro. Hang on. So if you have 10 cards, you have to send 5, right? Like let's say you got your plays off, whatever, and you have 2 cards. Oh, but this is good going second. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about like how would this be good? Because if you go first, it won't activate until your third turn, and then your opponent has the ability to get rid of this before it's even activates. If you are going if you're going second, then your opponent will have to deal with it on their third or on the third turn. I'm still kind of iffy on that. I don't know, but oh man, that first effect is broken as hell, and there's no downside for the opponent. There's no downside. So if this card stays on the field, yeah, if this card stays on the field, if this card's effect pops, in particular the first one twice, you're probably losing that game. Now, you're probably not going to choose it, right? As you, if it's not beneficial to you, but I don't know. I'm harping on it too much, but that is fucking crazy. And what does this ritual spell do? Or continuous spell? Okay. When this card is activated, you can add 1 Dogmatica ritual monster or Dogmatica ritual spell from your deck to your hand. And then, if your opponent controls a monster, you can add 1 Dogmatica card from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, if you control a Dogmatica ritual monster, you can look at either player's extra deck and send 1 monster from it. You can look at either player's extra deck. So it does benefit you because a lot of the Dogmatica cards, Despia, I think so too, have effects that activate in the grave. You can send 1 monster from it to the graveyard. You can only activate 1 Dogmatica Matrix. Dogmatica Matrix. Yeah, I was just making sure. Why not break that apart though, Konami? Why are you trying to be like cool and edgy and shit? All right, so here we go. Big Welcome is an ultra rare. What does it do? Oh my god, it's a labyrinth, isn't it? Special summon 1 labyrinth monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, then return 1 monster you control to the hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 fiend monster you control, or if you control a level 8 or higher fiend monster, you can target 1 card your opponent controls. Instead, return that card to the hand. I guess that's pretty decent. Special summon 1 labyrinth monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard is busted though. I mean, and it might not be now, but any time you see that like very wide, yeah, I don't know about that. Away bridge. If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters than you do, your opponent must send monsters they control to the graveyard, so they only control 1 monster. Whoa, actually, that's actually kind of good. If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters than you do, so let's say you have 1 monster and they have 3, they have to send monsters, so they have 1. And if you have 1 monster and they have 5, they still have to send, so they have to send 4 monsters. So I guess it just depends on. It's a terrible card, but I'm trying to see if it's applicable anywhere. Maybe trap tricks. Anytime I see it, because it's a normal trap, right? I don't think it was a continue. Yeah, it's a normal trap. Every time I see a normal trap, I think about trap tricks. There's also the new machine fire archetype that we just got recently. Rescue Ace, I think they are normal trap and quick play based, but if it wasn't a trap, this card would be really good. I'll go with that. If it wasn't a trap, this card would be actually pretty broken. And everyone would play this going second. Like, this is a better, yeah, this is a better Lightning Storm. It's actually even in some cases might be better than Raigeki. Your opponent must send monsters, so they control which monsters they send, but you're not destroying the monsters. So it is a better Raigeki just because some monsters have, activated effects and whatnot because of their destruction. All right, so I think we have one more thing here. Let's see, Treva Karma. What is that? Treva. Stop doing this, Konami. Stop being edgy. Like, you're not even good at it. Target one Visa Starfrost in your monster zone and one effect monster your opponent controls. Negate that opponent's monster effect, and if you do, your targeted monster gains a tag equal to half the original attack or defense of that monster, whichever is higher. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add one spell or trap that matches Visa Starfrost from your deck to your hand. The search effect is good. Target one Visa Starfrost in your monster zone and one effect monster your opponent controls. Negate the opponent's. See, it negates, but it's a trap. It does steal attack. It reduces attack and defense, but so it's basically like a forbidden droplet, but it's a trap, and it only activates or it only affects one opponent monster instead of infinite, really, as long as you have the cost associated with it with forbidden droplet. All right, Beergram Shelled Emperor of the Forest Crown. This should be a world premiere card, I think. Cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summoned from your hand or graveyard by banishing 3 insect or plant monsters. There we go. That's some trap trick stuff for you. From your hand or graveyard, you can only special summon Beergram. This card, once per turn, your opponent cannot activate monster effects in response to your spell or trap or effect activation. This is pretty decent so far for trap tricks. Once per turn during your main phase, you can destroy all face-up monsters on the field, except insect and plant monsters. Also, this card cannot attack directly the turn this effect is activated, essentially. All right, I'm trying to zoom out. Come on, Twitter, what are you doing? All right, I think we have. Oh man, I kind of want to skip some of these. I don't know what these are. Gishki. So we'll skip that, and that's just going with Gishki's again. Plunger Patrol Ship. I think I had something to say to this. Konami, stop printing pendulum monsters, man. All right, now, I mean, maybe not, but I don't think has Plunger Patrol. Were Plunger Patrols ever pendulum based? I really don't know. I don't think so. I think they were all Xyz, Synchro. Yeah, I don't see anything here. So Synchro, Fusion. Okay, I guess they're trying to complete it. There was a link one in here as well. I don't like that though. Yeah, I don't like that. So what are my opinions, right? What do I like this set so far? The answer is actually yes. And I think we also have some other stuff for Cash Tira. Let's see. Yeah, so this is Cash Money, baby. Let's go. We have a secret rare. I'm not going to read these, mainly because I kind of want to know what they do when I open this set. Hopefully we pull these. It's going to be hard to do. But so Cash Money is going to be Cash Money. We got so 2 Ultras, 3 secret rares, and the rest are going to be supers. So hang on. So it's 2 Ultras and 3 secrets. Okay. That we know of. That's insane. And then we have the Gigantic Champion Sargus, which I think might be a good card. And then some ultra rare cards. I think these cards might see some play. I don't know, actually, since I don't play Elbaz. And then this card is probably going to be a worthless secret rare. So that's my quick thoughts on that. So now, do I like this direction, right? So going back to what I was talking about originally in the beginning of the video with a lot of these cards being hard to obtain, I actually do like that a little bit. So the reason I like it is when you open up sets like this, you want to feel like you actually pull something worthwhile. And the past 2 sets have actually kind of done that really well. Darkwing Blast did that amazingly well. We had 2 super rares that were really, really fucking good. I want more of that. Now the bad thing about this set is I don't think unless I'm mistaken. And, you know, I didn't really read too many of the supers. I don't think there's going to be super rares that are going to be worth more than like $2. That sucks. Konami really needs to rethink that. Maybe some of the cash money cards should have been supers, just kind of like the Beast Steels were in Darkwing Blast, right? That's the only critique I would do. I would add. But yeah, I like this. I like opening up a set. I like opening up a really hard to get card. I mean, we only get 2 secret rares, 4 ultras per box, and I want to feel like I actually made my money back. And this, hopefully, this set, I can actually feel that way. But that's the video, guys. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.